This country used to be patriotic, just like Russia. Look at this strong military might. It's mighty. Look how they face their heads that way. And how can they walk when they're facing their heads in that direction? Look at that. They could be robotoids. Not all of them. How can they walk with their head turned like that? He's got a mighty, mighty, mighty army, Putin. Gotta give him credit. You think for 1 minute they're going to tear down their military complex? They need the military. You have to have protection. We don't have it. We're sitting ducks. And Russia, who didn't feel sorry for us. And I don't think he's all what they say he is. He has some compassion, I'm sure. Unlike this country, the leaders of this country do not. This country doesn't have a military might, and it's over. These people are going to be successful. They are troopers. They're dedicated. They have a strong leadership, and there's no miscegenation and open door policy to immigration, so they can keep their country for themselves without having to share it with everybody else like we do. Perfect step. And they are true to their leader, and the leader's true to them. It works both ways. We don't have that in this country. We haven't had it in years. I would say since the 40s. Okay? We used to have this in this country when my father and grandfather and my uncles all fought in the war, Second World War and First World War. We used to have pride of country and good leadership. No more. It's over. Unless you can get somebody who can do the good job and get it back together, but it's been too dismantled for it to be put back together again. It's fractured, it's tattered, it's divided, it's destroyed. God bless America. North Korea, pretty mighty, pretty mighty. I don't blame them for not wanting to get involved with the West, because if they ever did, they would never be a mighty nation, even though it's communist, and I'm not for communism, but I think they're doing a better job than this country could ever do. We've been too miscegenated and divided. Okay, they too step like robots. If you look at them, how they march, and just like Russia and China, exactly the same. So they have a military might that surpasses the United States, as everybody in the third world passes the United States, and we're a third world country, no more a first world country. And it's going to get worse and worse. If you elect the leaders that are bankrupting this country to death, it would be a vast wasteland, just like the jackals on the desert. And it would be full of head wrappers, ready to take over your homes and your neighborhoods and your jobs, and do other things that are ungodly to your family. So think about it. It's better to have somebody who knows nothing than somebody who knows too much and plans wickedness behind our back. Now, Russia and China have a military might that cannot be beat. America is with NATO, and NATO cannot beat and will not, repeat, mark my words, cannot beat Russia, and cannot beat China, and cannot beat North Korea. The three nations that are not ruled by banking pharaohs, okay? And they know what they have. They earned themselves. Okay? We could never match the might of these people. And we are sitting ducks. It's sad. It's despicable. It's disgusting. And I pray this country gets back to the way it used to be, but it's going to take over 50 years for that to happen. You just keep voting and banking pharaohs, and the country will get worse and worse each time. And there won't be a country left very shortly. It'll be a desolate wasteland. Now, if you look here, the Veterans Day Parade, these men are weather-beaten, worn-torn, and dishonored, and humiliated, and betrayed. Now, they don't look very happy, do they? As you can see, they lost the pride in their step and the faith in this leadership that's not a leadership, nor has it been for a long, long time. The banking pharaohs have been the leadership of this country, I would say, since the 70s. And they are trying desperately, but do they look like they're really happy? Look, they're not walking with pride and joy. They've been humiliated, degraded, and God knows if they're even alive. I mean, look at some of them. Look at him. He's way out of step. He's not happy. So we have a problem here with our military. The men lost their courage. They lost their will. They stripped us to nothing. And they're going to take from everybody's bank account, savings account, money market, whatever they have. The banking pharaohs are who these poor men and women fight for, not freedom. We don't have freedom. Freedom is just a word, but without meaning behind it, it might as well not be in the dictionary. Look at them, defeated. Do they look joyous to you? I don't think so. They've been defeated, mocked, and humiliated, and stolen from. I would quit the military if that ever happened to my husband or my son or my father or brother or anybody I knew. I would say quit. You're putting your life on the line for banking pharaohs, not for your country. You don't have a country left. Maybe one day the right leadership comes into power, we could have it back, and everybody could rejoice and be happy with each other. But no, too much miscegenation, open door policy, anything can come in here, and they treat the American citizens like prisoners. It's got to be reversed or changed over. You're not going to have a country left too much longer. It's a matter of time before it's going to be completely over, and the military will be defeated and cannot help us. Not even Russia will help us, because Russia feels sorry for us because they know something's coming along, and we don't know anything about it because the marshmallow heads in the media are nothing but puppets, robotoids, programmed to say they're not thinkers, they have no mind, they're mindless robotoids. Putin is saying he doesn't know how he can get it through to people that this country is in grave danger. It's got danger leadership, dangerous people running it, and it doesn't care about the citizens, and it's going to be miscegenated even worse when they let the head wrappers come. And that's why you better be careful, because you see, we don't have a say anymore, and the vote doesn't really count at all. And he's trying to warn us, and I believe what he says. I'm not saying he's perfect, but I think for a person who cares enough to speak up, must have some kind of decent soul about him, or some kind of compassion for fellow human beings. And provided he's not a robotoid, and if he is, well then maybe God's using him to speak, because somebody has to speak up. And he's also trying to say that the system is functioning and being loaded with missiles. Who they're going to load the missiles to? Us, pointed at us, or pointed at him? Because he's not sure, and I'm sure he knows that it could happen. And he's concerned about this country, and Europe is just another sitting duck. We have to wake up and find out that our enemies could be our friends, despite what they say. Because please don't believe anything you hear in the media on television. It's a source of sorcery. That's all it is. I'd rather get my news on the internet any day than get it on television with the marshmallow heads that sit there blinking their eyes, okay, and staring into space. They're just programmed puppets, that's all. That's it. He's trying to tell us that there are capsules which are using the Tomahawk and long-range missile system. It can fire to us. Not that they will use it against us, but these people running this government could use it against them to start Third World War III. And of course, what do you think? He's not going to fight back? Okay.